In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Dehabituator in NeuroField64. So I have loaded up the program. I have two stim units, actually four stim units set up, two EMF units and two direct current units. So I'm going to select my patient here and click on Select Patient Continue. Now to use the Dehabituator, all you have to do is enable your stim units the ones you want to use. Set up your coil locations and your electrode locations. And then click on Select Treatment Protocol. Now what you're going to find is in here there's a little button that says Dehab, and you just click on that. And what it's going to do is it's going to take you to the Dehabituator Setup tab. And you can see what it's doing here. It automatically selects randomizing for the frequency, the duration, and the amplitude. Now, you set up the Dehabituator for the mag stems for the X3000, 2000, or 1000, and you also set it up for the direct current stimulation as well. It's really important that you consider if you're going to use direct current, make sure that you don't give stimulations that are too strong, because that can be very uncomfortable for a person. So the first thing you want to do is set your mixed value, or fixed value rather. I usually give around 100 to 200, maybe 300 cycles with a Dehabituator. The more cycles, the longer it goes. And basically, the Dehabituator is a random noise generator. What we want to do is create random numbers in an effort to dehabituate the brain. We want to cause the brain to engage in phase shift and decoupling for the purpose of being able to show the brain how to reorganize itself. So in this case, I'm going to say create 100 cycles. Now, I like to use the 1 to 8 hertz range for Dehabituator, but you can set it from 1 to 300,000 if you want to. For the duration, I usually use 1,000 to 5,000 milliseconds and 3 to 5 volts. You can also set your waveform, what you want to give with the X3000s, and you have choices. You can use continuous square, sine, or triangle. I'll use square because that's pretty powerful. In my direct current stimulation, I'm going to lower the upper level here to just 1 milliamp. I don't want to give 2.5 in the dehabituation. I usually recommend 0.5 to 1. It's usually pretty effective. If you want to make it more aggressive, you can use these other waveforms such as square waves or sine waves. Sine wave is the most gentle. But again, you want to decouple the system. Using Dehabituator is something that you learn about in training, and I don't suggest that you start using it with patients initially. You want to understand how to use it and when to use it. Okay, so once I set up all the parameters, then I just simply need to create the protocol. And there's a button here that says Create Dehabituator Protocol. I click on that. It says, do you want to delete the table? You say yes. It's going to delete the existing table, and then what it's going to do is create your new protocol. And there, it just did it. And if you scroll down, you can see all 100 of the frequencies that were generated for 4 channels for the first unit, and then you have the second unit. You have your direct current stim unit as well, and so all those frequencies are set up. Now all you need to do is click on Save Protocol and Continue. NeuroField takes you back to the stim setup page. You can notice the Dehabituator is selected, and so now we're going to simply click on Save Stim and Continue. And this dehabituation is a stim-only procedure, so we don't have any EEG. We say Save and Continue, and we simply start it. And then NeuroField will set itself up, and it will begin giving random frequencies. And you can see how all these are different now. If you look at the speedometers, you're going to notice how all these waveforms are going to be somewhat different from each other. Again, it's hard for the brain to remain in a hypercoherent or hypocoherent state while getting dehabituated. Typically after dehabituation, we give a linear frequency, like 1 to 4 HD, in order to entrain the brain, or use neurofeedback, for instance. Dehabituation is good for priming the brain for a treatment in which you want it to learn something new. So when you're all done, if you want to stop this at any given time, you can click on Stop Treatment, and dehabituation will finish after the stim cycle is over, and then treatment's complete. You can click on History, and the next time you load up NeuroField, you can see that you did give a dehabituation, and you can look at the setup and the dehabituator settings and everything that you used. Okay, and that's how you use the dehabituator.